And in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. Here we go again. Just a quick check-in with you today. When you see this video, I'll probably upload it on Monday. I will be over visiting my mum and my brother and his wife in Edinburgh, Scotland. That's where I'm from. I'm from Edinburgh. And I'm just quickly wanted to let you or remind you about this week's Flylady Zone, Zone 2. We're in Zone 2, the kitchen, la cuisine. And I'm not going to be able to clean along with you today because it's Saturday evening and the family wants to get in the kitchen, and I'm going to be doing a wee bit of cleaning in the kitchen while they're cooking dinner. So I just want to give you a quick update of what you can do in the zone this week and what I'll be doing in the zone this week. So anyway, come a wee bit further in. And I'll just remind you that last week I did a little Flylady refresher course. Went through all the basics, and just to remind you again, if you're just starting out with Flylady system, if you've still got a lot of clutter, don't be thinking about zone cleaning, okay? Don't go into the details. The main thing is that you do your morning routine and your evening routine. You know, make sure you're kind of dressed to shoes. I've always got my indoor shoes on here, where we don't wear shoes inside the house in Denmark, but I've got indoor shoes that I use. And make sure you've done your morning routine and your evening routine. That just keeps everything ticking over. And then you add in the weekly home blessing hour, which is a 1 hour clean of the high traffic areas of your house. Remember, it's not the whole house, just the high traffic areas of your house. And once you've kind of got that, under your belt, then you can start in on the zones. And I like the Flylady zone system because it makes sure that we're kind of keeping all our bases covered, that we're focusing on one area and then moving on to the next. We're not kind of getting stuck in one area or trying to do all the things all the time. Now, you can go to the Flylady website, and I always link to the zones, and you can see what the current zone is. And Flylady sends out 5 missions a week. You don't have to do 5 missions, just pick one and do it. And if you're a wee bit more further down the road, you might have made up a control journal, with your basic routines, your weekly home blessing hour list, and maybe some detailed cleaning lists. Please, let's make a pact. Do not go running off now and thinking, I have to make a control journal. Do a wee bit of cleaning in here, and then as your reward, you get to start playing with that. Because I know what it's like. You think, oh well, I'll just make this chart, and 3 hours later, you're still sitting on your book and you haven't actually done anything. So anyway, I'll just quickly tell you what I'll be doing in the area. And if you want me to clean along with you, I'll put the playlist up there. I've made literally hundreds of videos where I can hold your hand and I talk you through what I'm doing. And my videos, I don't do the kind of speeded up thing. I do them in real time to show you, let me just grab my timer, to show you the power, of 15 minutes. Just work on something for 15 minutes and then change focus, and remember to take breaks. If you do that, all will be good. So in the kitchen, I've actually already started today. I descaled the coffee machine, and I'm doing the kettle at the moment. And also the dishwasher, which is, hold on, our dishwasher's here. We have very hard water in our area in Denmark. You may not have that problem, but I really like the Flylady system because once a month when we're into kitchens, when I think, okay, I'm going to descale those items. And remember, if in your dishwasher, all modern ones, they have a setting where you can set it for soft or hard water. So if you haven't done that, go and find the book and change it, because that really helps. And also, I love to do all these little jobs in the kitchen. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. I'm not really doing anything much. If you have, for example, a little area rug, beside the sink, go ahead and throw that in the wash. Any of your dishcloths and rags. I like to change up my apron. I change it more than once a month, but it's just a wee reminder. If you haven't done that for a while, maybe you want to change your apron. I'm going to throw this one into the wash, and let me just show you where I keep my other apron and my tea towels and dish towels. Just hold on. Right, so this one's going in the wash. I keep the other ones down here in a drawer. And I just wanted to remind you that if you just keep on with the decluttering and organising, hold on, let's have a wee look here. Bum, bum. This is my drawer. Once you've got something, once you've got a drawer organised and decluttered, it's really super simple to put things away. And then the next month you can just go on to the next one. So here I've my tea towels are kind of KonMari'd. Hold on, I'm trying to, what am I doing here today? Ugh, it's been a long Saturday. These are my dish towels and my hand towels. You see that I put a fresh one out every night if you see my Instagram posts. And I'm going to take out, this is my other apron. And then also in here I have, if I move the camera back a wee bit, my telephone, I have extra cleaning rags for any kind of spills and stuff, and the wee pads for my squish mop. And I'm not kind of precious about things, about having to have it perfectly folded, but they all stack nicely in there and everybody knows where they are, and it's really easy to put them away. So anyway, let's go up again. And one of my other regular jobs in the kitchen, which isn't really any work at all, is taking out the fan extractor filters, and these come out and these just get put in the dishwasher. So that's another thing that I'm doing today. And it's just one of these little upkeep things that, you know, I mean, took 10 seconds, they'll go through the dishwasher and take another 10 seconds to put them away. We're just kind of keeping our eye on things and are up to date with, you know, what needs descaled and cleaned. And I'll also tell you what I'm planning to do this week. Hold on, let's see, when I get back from Edinburgh. We have this seating arrangement here. I know that I've got extra kitchen cupboards underneath. This is the, do you remember I sewed a new cushion cover for the cushion here. This is where we sit for dinner. And I'm going to pop this in the wash as well, and the cushion covers, so that's just an easy job. And also when you're working in the kitchen, you don't need to be spending, hold on, bring it a wee bit up again. You don't need to be spending, you know, 15 minutes doing projects. Whenever I'm cooking dinner at night, you know, if I'm going into a drawer, I check what's, you know, I can have a quick check. Is there anything in there that I'm not using? Can it be moved somewhere else? So just, when we're in kitchen zone, it just kind of keeps it on your radar. Oh, we're working on the kitchen this week. This is what I'm focusing on. This is where I have all our things like canned goods. I've got rice, lentils. And I don't have any overhead cupboards. I don't have any hanging cupboard space. So I like to use the space that I have in the drawers. And I just use like old shoe boxes to keep things contained, and then I can build them up the way. And that's the best way for me. You'd be maybe very lucky and have one of those huge kitchens, but you have to use a wee stool to get up to the high stuff. All of my stuff is in here. And I actually like having not a lot of space in the kitchen because it keeps me really focused on not buying too much stuff. In the old days, in other places, in other houses that I've had, you know, I had the tendency to keep buying because there was so much space. You know what it is. If you've got a big space, you'll fill it up. I don't have much space here, so I kind of know what I have opened. I know what is like the fresh packets of pasta. And if it's not going to fit in there, it's because I've got enough. So you may want to think about that this week. Are you just kind of buying at the store or the supermarket because it's a good offer? Are you actually going to use that food? And maybe also take a look this week and see if there's any expired stuff. I used to have loads of expired stuff before I started the Flylady system, but this really helps with that. So anyway, let's see what time is it. Okay, yeah, just hold on. Right, I'm going to let the family get back into the kitchen. And also, if you are being faithful with your evening routine, you know, after dinner cleanup, you know, I wipe off the counters after dinner. we put everything away. You know, we do a poopa, a pick up and put away. If you're being consistent just with your morning and evening routine, there won't be too much work to do in here. And what I'm going to do later today, and probably after dinner, is just I've got some old rags, and I'm going to wipe down the baseboards in here, the skirting boards, and I'm also going to do the fronts of the cabinets, because they sometimes get a wee bit messy. And I have to tell you a funny story, because the other day I was thinking, oh, there's kind of chocolatey fingerprints on the front of the dishwasher. Now, in the old days, I would have thought, you know, the kids have made a mess. And you know what I could say to myself? My son had made a batch of brownies for his class, because in Denmark everything's very hoogly, and they have this kind of arrangement in nursery and in school and in high school, where they have a kind of, it's called a K-ordning, where once a week somebody, you know, bakes or brings in some kind of healthy fruit or snacks or something like that. And he had made a batch of brownies, my DS19, my dear son 19. So, and you know, instead, in the old days I was thinking, oh, you know, there's messy fingerprints here. So I said, you know what, I've taught him well, and he made the brownies and goodo. So it's all a question of how you think about things, okay? Don't be, if you're standing there thinking negative thoughts, let's try and turn it into positive. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to get running. I shall also be uploading a video from the clothes swap party. So anyway, don't get lazy while I'm gone, and I shall see you when I am back in the middle of the week. So anyway, all I've got left to say is give you a wee rah-rah-rah to start off your week, rah-rah-rah, and live long and prosper. May the Danish sugar be with you. Oh, I know what was going to. Oh no, yeah. It was just because I was thinking about Star Trek and Star Wars. When I'm going over to Edinburgh, my mum said, "Oh, there's going to be quite a lot of traffic kiosks there," because they were filming a movie. They filmed the Avengers there. Not Endgame, but the other one. I made a video about it. If you want to see Edinburgh, I've got some Edinburgh videos. Anyway, they're filming the Fast and the Furious number, what number are they on to, 57 or something? I think it's the Fast and the Furious number 9. They're filming the whole of this month in Edinburgh, so never know. I'll see if I can maybe snap some photos for you and put them on Instagram. So anyway, live long and prosper, may the Danish be with you, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.